Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. This video is a continuance of my BEADventurous series, and for this video I'm going to show you how to make earrings with flat beads so that when you wear your earrings, the bead always stays flat facing the front and it never flips. This has always been something to me that's been really aggravating. I love the look of flat beads and earrings, but when they flip, it just drives me insane. So as you can see, I have a pair of earrings right here already finished. They're so cute. I use these Czech anchor beads and they're just to die for. So I figured a way to keep the bead still so it never ever flips, and I'll show you how I did it. I did it with a spiral, and there's a little trick to this so that your earring always lays flat. I hope you can tell, but see how it's always flat. It's awesome. So I've done this before, but I did it in a link way where I had two loops at each end, and what I did is after I made my loop on one side, I bent the wire into a spiral and I flattened it down, and then I did a loop on the other side and I turned the spiral again. So there's actually two spirals on the back, so you can use a flat bead as a link in a necklace, or so that you can use it in the middle of an earring. So yeah, this is just a little trick that I figured out and I wanted to share with you guys. Now the beads I'm using here are from the Czech Beads exclusive monthly subscription box. I will leave a link for the subscription box down there in the description bar. These here are two pieces that I also made for the box. I'm actually making 4 pieces, believe it or not, from that little box. This necklace and this anklet here, and I had just filmed this video and I uploaded it before this one, so hopefully you guys saw it. But yeah, those are the 2 pieces I made. I will also link that video down there below in case you want to go watch them if you also get the same box. So let's go ahead and make these earrings. To make the earrings, you will need wire cutters, you're going to need chain nose pliers, you're going to need round nose pliers, and I'm using bail making pliers because I like to make my own ear wires, but you don't have to. You can already use ear wires on hand, but I do really find that handmade ear wires are so much nicer than the store-bought ones because they stay in your ear and they don't fall out. But you can manipulate the store-bought ones more so they don't fall out. Really, I find the store-bought ones, this part here is always bent out way too far. It needs to be bent down more so that it doesn't fall out of your ear. So whenever I do use store-bought ones, I always bend it down. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this. You're also going to need 20 gauge wire. Here's the wire I'm using. It's a non-tarnish wire. I love this stuff. It's really easy to work with. Okay, so I'm just going to straighten my wire out. Put this back on so it doesn't come out. And I'll be making the ear wires later, so I'm going to put those to the side. And I'm not going to be cutting my wire until I get my spa ready, so I'm going to start with the round nose pliers. And I'm going to make the spiral first, and I should probably flush cut this end here. Okay. And now I'm going to start by making a spiral, and I hold on to the very end of my round nose pliers and make a loop. I try to get my loop as round as possible. See that? And then I start to spiral. Now, to get your spiral to look the same, what I like to do is have the open part of my spiral facing down, and I'll show you when I finish this. I'll go to my other one, my finished one, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Almost there. There we are. Okay, so on this one, do you see how my open part of my spiral is facing down like that? Okay, so you can see how big this is. Now, if you're using bigger flat beads, you will need to make a larger spiral. So really, the size of your spiral will depend on how big your flat bead is. If my flat bead was even smaller than this, I would probably have a smaller spiral. You know what I'm saying? Because really, you need this to support the back of your flat bead, and if your spiral is too narrow, your wire will rock side to side. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Alright, so right here is how big I want mine. My open spot is right there. See how it's kind of lined up with that? I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm going to bend it like this. Okay, and I actually meant to put my bead on here, but I forgot, so I'm just kind of gonna guesstimate by going like this and seeing how much wire I need to cut. Maybe about here. Okay, I'm going to straighten this wire out, and I hope that I mentioned that I'm using 20 gauge wire. Now if you're using a bead that has a smaller hole, maybe you're using like a freshwater pearl that's a coin shaped pearl, it's probably going to have a smaller hole in it, so you will have to use 24 gauge wire or 22. Alright, so I'm putting my wire on. And with this bead, the reason why I wanted to make earrings with these anchor beads is because I have this one here where the anchor is not very visible. See how it's kind of not taken all the way on the bead, but this side here is gorgeous. So this is going to be the front, and this will be the back. So I'm going to make sure that mine are the same. Which direction is my spiral going? It's going this way. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is pull my wire out just a little bit, okay? I'm not going to have it butt up like that. I need it to be pulled out just a little bit because I have this tiny little spot right there at the bottom that I have to accommodate. So just like this, so it matches my other one. And with your thumb, bend the spiral up, over, and onto the back of the bead like that, and it hugs it perfectly. Do you see that? It's the perfect size spiral so the bead does not rock, it stays in place. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go to my round nose pliers, and I'm going to grab it about here because I want 3 loops, bend my wire over, and then bend it around, and I'm going to make a wire wrapped loop. Okay, so let me see if I can get it just a little bit bigger to match the other one. Rock this back a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to make my loops. I'm going to take my chain nose and I'm going to wrap this around. So the other bead I'm using with this is a Cathedral bead. I also got these in the box. I used them here in the anklet. But I really love the orange Cathedral beads with these blue ones. So I will be using those too. And by the way, if you love these anchor earrings as much as I do, I will have links to the beads that I'm using to make these earrings down there in the description bar so you can make the same pair. Okay, cut off my wire there. You know, I always find that I have to go back a second time and cut. It's like I cut most of it off, right? But then there's this little tab that sticks out that I can always cut more off. Yeah, okay. And I like to take my chain nose and make sure that this loop here is flat. And there we go, it'll stay flat just like that. And the spiral also looks really cool on the back side. Okay, now for the other link. Now, I did the other link with wire wrapped loops on each end, so that means that I have to leave one open so I can put this on, and that's something I usually forget about. So slide my bead on. I like to work straight off the spool as much as possible. I do this a lot with my wire because I hate wasting wire. Okay, so about 1.25 inches down, maybe 1.5 inches, I'm going to bend my wire, make a loop. Let's see. I want this to look similar to my loop size to the other ones that I've done. Okay, that looks good. I'll show you. And now I'm going to hold the wire there with my pliers, and I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to do 3 wraps. 2 or 3, up to you. Okay, and then I'm going to trim my little tail. Okay, I'm going to slide my bead up, and then I'm going to cut this off. So I have this. Now sometimes we have a little burr here sticking out. What I like to do is to get my crimping pliers, which this is the pair that I don't normally use for this. I use my old pair. And see how there's a little circle in there? If you take that and go like this, squeeze it, it makes that wire go down so it does not poke you. That is an awesome and important trick that every person should know. That helps out so much. Okay, and I'm a weirdo, so I like to make sure that my loops are perfectly straight. So I use my chain nose pliers to go like this. And then I just straighten this wire out because I just bent that. Okay, now to get this to work, my bead has to lay flat, right? So then I have my anchor loop going in this direction, and then this loop's going straight, and then I put my bead on, and then I have to have this loop going in the opposite direction as this loop so that when I put my ear wire on, it hangs perfectly. So this loop is going to be going in the opposite direction of this one. So I'm going to grab about here, that's enough distance for me to have 3 loops of wire. I'm going to bend this over a 90-degree angle, make my loop, come around. I'm not going to close this yet, I have to attach my anchor, but I'm just getting my shape. Okay, so there's my loop. I'm going to open this up. Mine's closed. Come on, open up. Okay, and then I'm going to put my bead on, and then I'm going to take my chain nose and I'm going to close it back, and then I'm going to hold it with my round nose. I always use the round nose to hold this part here because it doesn't mar the wire. If I use the chain nose in this area, I always mar the wire. So I use the round nose to hold this part, and then I wrap with the rest like this. Three loops. Okay, I'm going to cut the tail. And I will use my, can I get in there or is it too tight? I need to cut it shorter, and then I can use my crimp tool to pull that wire in. Awesome. And this is the width of this is the same as 3 rows of 20 gauge wire, by the way, because see how it goes from top to bottom? Yeah, pretty neat. Okay, so I see that this got bent on me, so I'm going to hold this here and then take my other chain nose and make sure that they are just like this. One's going horizontal, one's going vertical, so that it's laying right. And now I have to make my ear wires, which I love making ear wires. It's so much fun. So I'm going to move the stuff I don't need out of the way. I need my ruler. Okay. I'm going to take my wire, straighten it out. You can use nylon gel pliers if you have to straighten yours out more. I'm going to make sure that I have a flush cut on this end here. I'm going to measure 2 inches of wire. It's always 2 inches you will need. I actually, for a while, I wrote a note down to make ear wires to cut 2 inches of wire on my desk. And I had the note there for so long that I finally memorized it and I don't need it anymore. Go like this, make sure you flush cut this end, okay? And then you want to flush cut this end because this little piece here is sharp. So when you make your earrings, it doesn't poke you when you flush cut it. You can also use a nail file to file the edge down. And I'm just going to go like this to make sure they are the same exact length. Okay. Cut this end. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to go to my small mandrel pliers. And I'm going to go, I think I want the bigger side. You can do either or, by the way. You could do the smaller one or the bigger. But I think I'm going to wrap mine around the bigger side. And you want to hold it close like this to the hinge of your pliers. And wrap your wire all the way around until it closes. Mine didn't close because I was holding it weird, so I have to redo mine. There we go. I got it. Take this off. Okay, both sides are closed, and now I'm going to go to these pliers. And again, the same thing with this. You can wrap your wire around this side or this side. So this will make a smaller earring and this will make a larger one. Both are nice. I've done it both ways. And let's see. I want to wrap mine around the big side, I think. So I need to hold it this way. Flip, flip, flip. They're crossed. Okay, right there. Got it. Okay, so see how I have the loops on that side? Because I want to wrap them around the big side. So hold them in place. Make sure your wires are side by side. And wrap these all the way around till they almost touch your loops. One side is wrapped more than the other, so I will bend this one down a little bit so that it meets the other side. Okay, just like that. And then take them off. And I see that I have one wire that's just a little bit longer than the other side. That's actually never happened to me before, so I will trim that off so they are even. And then take the pliers and grab about right here, okay, right behind the loops there, and make a bend like this. And there we go. We have matching ear wires. Perfect matching ear wires. All I have to do is open this loop here and put the rest of my earring on. Now if you want, you can work hard in the wire by hitting this on a bench block with a nylon jaw hammer that prevents it from marring. But I've had pretty good results just by making my earrings like this, so I'm actually not going to worry about it, but you could totally do that if you want to. Okay, there's one. So cute. And here is my other. You can also make ear wires with the ball head pins just by going like this, but you'll have the ball head pin, you know, right here on your ear wire because it makes it look fancy. Is that straight? Yep. And there we go, finished earrings that I can't seem to hold on to. I think I might like the blue and orange ones the most, but that is because I am a blue freak. I do also love pink. But yeah, those are so cute. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Remember, I will have links for these beads down there in the description bar in case you want to make the same exact pair. It was so much fun to make these earrings, and you can make these earrings with other flat beads in your stash. Just go through your stuff and see what you got. You probably have some really cool flat beads in your stash that have like a really nice design on one side, but you can only use those beads in necklaces or bracelets because they flip in earrings until now, because I showed you guys how to keep the flat bead stationary. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, and make sure that you subscribe if you're not already, and click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. And check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.